The Veteran Supportive Services is always there to help our local veterans. With me here on Comunidad del Valle are Tito Cortez, founding member, Tito, of Veteran Supportive Services, yes, and also Rico Navarrete Villalba, who is a veteran of our military, and Gulf War veteran, ¿verdad?
Gulf War veteran.
Yeah. What was that like? And talk about how Tito's agency helped you get through the post of that.
Well, you know, their agency is amazing because, you know, they just don't help a veteran evolve or just receive benefits. They also go beyond that. And the amazing thing about an organization like VSSA is that, you know, Tito and them have not just the control of helping, but they really go above and beyond as far as lifestyle. Mm-hmm. You know, especially someone like me that, you know, experienced Desert Storm and everyone around that situation. It's also about the families that are affected, right, when you deal with VSSA, which is amazing.
And Tito, what a better way, what a better person to start to run this organization than someone who's been there, someone who's done it. Talk about that, if you will.
Yeah, when we started VSSA, we didn't think there was more choices for veterans to go. There wasn't any agencies to cater to them who's been there, who's been to war, who's been service-connected veterans. And those of us who've been there kind of don't want to talk to someone who hasn't been there. Right. And we didn't think that's available for them. So, and you're right, we become very interactive with them. Look at the family as a whole, because the family is suffering, especially when you have a service-connected disability. The family suffers as well, much more so than the veterans, because they're watching this veteran who used to be really great before he went to war, and now he's going through all these experiences.
And there are a lot of veterans who come back and they've earned services, disability services, but they don't either seek those services or they don't know that they're offered there. But they're there and they should go get them.
There's many of them, and a lot of us got turned off with the system, especially those of us who came from Vietnam, who were welcome home, who were blamed for the war, and we had nothing to do with the government. I mean, we still love this country, but that's what happened. And we're trying to bring them back in the system because they deserve it, and they're still carrying the experiences that they had during the war. So we try to help them.
And so it's helped you immensely, I would imagine.
Absolutely, absolutely. If I look at, you know, coming back, you know, into, you know, the mainstream of being a civilian again, and dealing with all the issues with like PTSD and other issues, coming back with different ailments. My situation was more spinal, bone-related nerve damage, cancer. And literally, at one point, having to possibly give up on my whole future and career. It does affect us. And to have an organization like VSSA, like Tito, in place, and everyone that's involved in the organization to help us, you know, get to a point where we could live life again. You're never 100% again. You will never be. But at least we as veterans know that we could actually lean on an organization to help us start a whole new life. So
what's that like, Tito, to know that you've helped people like Rico here and other veterans?
It's a great feeling.
Sure.
VSSA, we are a totally volunteer organization. None of us get paid. And the thing that we get paid for is knowing that he will be okay. You know, he can take care of himself. He's independent. He can live life. So that's what our reward is.
And we have our service members coming back constantly from the battle zones, and I mean that means agencies like yours are going to remain busy.
Busy throughout the lifetime, because as you know, service-connected disability doesn't get better; it gets worse during your lifetime process. Especially like Rico and I, who went to war. There are studies over and over again that says that when we get older, something will trigger what we experience in the war, and it comes back to us to haunt us. And that's why there's a continuing need for services.
And is it a reoccurring thought process for you that you go through?
Oh, absolutely. You know, there's anxiety. There's, you know, like when I deal with, you know, I deal with customers daily in my business, you know, that we own, and you can't show your, you know, anxiety at times. You can't show certain things that you're experiencing, which was a direct cause of either being at war or being in the military and being treated a certain way. So there's many different aspects that affect us. So yeah, absolutely. For the rest of my life, I'll be affected. But you know, they're making a difference so that people like me can continue to evolve and make change and also pay it forward. I mean, we use our salon to do that. So.
And get help early. It's the VSSA Veteran Supportive Services Agency. There is the web address for more information. Any final thoughts, Tito, before we let you go? Any final thoughts?
Final thoughts. We are here to help, and we don't do it for money. We do it because we think it's the right thing to do for our veterans.
Veterans helping veterans. Thank you so much for the work that you're doing.